Good morning, fourth grade. It's time for art. Today we're going to be making a really complicated water scene. It's going to be a clothesline on the water. It's going to look like this. It's got some interesting parts of it. There's a lighthouse, but it's way in the background. And there's a sailboat, and it's kind of in the background. There's a line of clothes hanging, and they're certainly in the middle of the picture, in the midground. But in the foreground, there's these big flowers that are part of a garden. It almost makes a part of a frame around our picture when we finished. And it's a lot of fun to color because there's so many colors. So I want you to get your pencil and your piece of paper, and I'll be with you when you get back. Okay, boys and girls, follow along with the drawing. You can stop and pause anytime you need to. And this isn't something you have to do exactly like I did it. But I do want you to have the main elements: flowers in the front, the clothesline, the lighthouse on the point, and a sailboat. Other than that, you can do some different things, different kinds of clothes, different kinds of flowers. That's fine. All right, so follow the directions, and then we're going to color it.
Okay, boys and girls, this is a vertical picture. So our paper is tall boy, vertical. And it's going to be a beautiful summer, springtime, flowery water scene. So we're going to start out with sort of like a frame of flowers around the edges. So we're going to start out with some sunflowers. They're really pretty. And we're going to add details that aren't exactly realistic, but it's still going to make our picture nice. But we're going to try to make these petals on the sunflowers look like little tips of a Hershey Kiss. Okay. Then I'm going to put some round, like gladiola type flowers that are blooming up outside of our little sunflower. And I'm putting some swirls, some spirals in that. And these are ideas for flowers. They're not necessarily exactly like the ones you would put in here. If you want to do some different flowers, that's fine. But it's sort of like a frame of our picture. So the flowers are making a statement of the style and the time of year that our picture is taking place. Alright, and here's another sunflower across the bottom. Actually, this is more of a daisy, the way the petals look. They're more like just little bumps. Okay. And then another big sunflower over here. And again, these stripes aren't exactly realistic, but they're pretty. And it's not a realistic painting, it's stylized. Do you remember that word, stylized? It's in the style of something that would look like this, in the style of how we want it to look. It's not like you'd look at it and go, I have no idea what that is. I can tell that those are flowers. And they're just in a not realistic format. They're stylized. Alright, I'm going to put a little daisy right here. Again, these are setting the tone for our picture. A beautiful day. Some other little flowers. And a couple more gladiolas. You know, gladiolas are on a long stem, and then there's they look like little grapes all around the stem. I'm going to put one more daisy right here. Okay, that is one healthy garden full of flowers, right? All right, now we're going to have a sloping grass line. It's going to come down. Nice grass. So when we color it, you can have all kinds of different little flowers coming up in it. It doesn't have to be totally green. It can have little flowers that are coming up off of the edge. It's just real pretty. It's a beautiful day and a beautiful little scene. Then we've got, it's pretty much a lamp post. And it's straight up and down. And here's our lamp. And here's the top. And inside it's got a little gizmo to make light. But the cool part is, this person's using it for a clothesline. The clothesline's kind of blowing in the wind. But we're going to give them some really fancy pants. A long time ago they might have called those bloomers. What a nice little shirt. And how about a t-shirt? It's all pinned up to the clothesline. You can put whatever clothes you want up there, but these kind of go with the picture that I'm using for an example. And the wind's blowing it because it's really pretty outside. Now, way up here, we're going to put a point. They sometimes call it a point, a landmark point, with a hill that kind of splits there. And guess what's on this hill? A lighthouse. You know, we have a really nice lighthouse here in Pensacola. They're very special things, lighthouses. They take care of the sailors. Many of them are hundreds of years old, and they're really special. And I'm going to do a special tour of our Pensacola lighthouse this week and make a video of that video tour. Alright, so the top is the grass, and then the lighthouse is here on the point. That's a long ways away from our flowers and our clothesline here. But this is the horizon line, where the water meets the sky. And there's one little sailboat out here in the water. Just real simple and real sweet. Okay? How about that? That's our picture. So we've got our sky up here and our water down here, our little island, lighthouse, and then close up in the foreground of the picture, we have all these beautiful flowers. In the background of the picture, we've got our lighthouse. And in the middle, our clothesline. Alright? So feel free to stop anytime when you need to catch up with the drawing and to add the things you want to do. Oh, and I was going to put a little vine going around this lamp post. Well, that was kind of neat. One that I use for an example. Yeah. And some of the flowers are larger than the lamp post. Okay, neat. So I'm going to color it, and then I'll come back and let you see how I colored it, and then you can decide how you want to do it, okay? Thanks. Okay, boys and girls, here's my coloring of that picture. I must say, my water is way too dark. If you do this completely like that, you wouldn't want to use that dark of a color water. But once I got it started, I couldn't undo it, so I finished up with it. But make your water a little lighter than that. And I'm also not real happy about the garden leading up to the water. You don't have to do any of that unless you can do it better than I did it. Mine looks like Arabic writing or something. But I love the flowers, how they turned out, and the cute little clothes on the line, our lighthouse and our sailboat. And I know you guys can do a much better job, so I want to see it. Make sure that you download it into Miss Garland's Google Classroom, please, so that I can see them. If I don't see it, I'm not going to comment on it. Some of you have it marked. It's marked turned in, but I can't see the picture. So if I can't see it, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm not taking any points off for that, but I still can't comment if I haven't seen it. Thank you, boys and girls.
Okay, boys and girls, how did you like yours? Did it turn out the way you wanted? Make sure that you download it to Miss Garland's Google Classroom so I can look at it, and I will let you know what I think. I know it's going to be beautiful. You guys are awesome artists. So I'll see you soon. Bye. Be safe, boys and girls, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.